I do not think people are taking this situation that's growing day by day seriously. All right, guys. So there seems to be a end of the world as you know it kind of situation in regards to jobs. They're calling it the job apocalypse. So it's pretty much the end of your career as you know it, because a lot of people are losing their jobs seemingly every week. Now, according to a job report that came out a week ago, maybe two, 13,000 jobs per week are being eliminated. And a lot of people are not paying attention because there are big corporations that are getting rid of a lot of positions in their company, but there are also smaller companies out there that are well known, but people are not paying attention to because they're small. We're paying attention to Apple, which pulled an uncharacteristic move by letting people go. We're paying attention to Amazon. We're paying attention to a lot of other companies that are on the map or in the spotlight, if you will. Whereas a lot of smaller companies are doing the same thing, but because we're focusing on big companies, we're not seeing the whole picture. And there are a lot of jobs going by the wayside. Now, they're referring to this as a job apocalypse because, like I said, 13,500 jobs per week on average are being eliminated. They're being replaced by either AI or some kind of restructuring of the business or some kind of financial issue within that company. There are a multitude of reasons why so many people are being let go. Mainly, the main reason is, that it's AI replacing a lot of these positions throughout a lot of organizations or companies within the United States. And we're only talking about the United States. I'm pretty sure it's happening around the world, but the United States is feeling it the most, at least how I'm reading it. Now, I don't know what's going on in the UK, nor do I give a shit. I don't know what's going on in, Australia or New Zealand or I don't care. We're focused about what's happening here, though a lot of the places around the world are doing the same thing, and it's going to become a problem, but let's focus on Americans. Now, as I mentioned a little earlier, Apple has uncharacteristically started cutting jobs or eliminating positions within the Apple organization. And a lot of people have never saw that happen. I mean, a couple jobs here and there, but there were a lot of people who were notified, if I'm not mistaken, via email and a phone call that they were getting let go. Now, it's uncharacteristic for Apple because they pride themselves on not letting people go, even in the worst of times. So now that Apple is doing this, this is where now a lot of people are paying attention. Now, Amazon, about a month or two ago, stated that they were letting go 30,000 employees, and the job market was watching that closely because they're trying to see how fast they're letting go of 30,000 people. Now, they announced that about 2 months ago, and it's December, so I don't know if they let all 30,000 go or they're letting them out in drips and drabs. I know that a lot of people are starting to see something you need to pay attention to, and that is how your company behaves. Because right before they let you go, companies, all of them, start acting weird. It's sort of like when your spouse is cheating. They all of a sudden start acting weird before they let you know or you find out that they're cheating. That's how job companies behave. Very weird, close to the vest. They start doing weird things. They start giving you timelines and deadlines that they never gave you before. There's always rumor of something going on in the company, but they don't tell you exactly what. You know what that is. Once you start hearing rumors, once the company starts behaving like it's cheating on you, that means they're going to cheat on you and let you go, or cheat on you with AI. You choose. Now, a job tracker, or rather a layoff tracker, it's one of those websites or apps, that are on like X and Instagram. They tell you what the job market looks like. And according to them, in October, 153,000 jobs were eliminated. That was up 170% from a year ago in October. Now, we are in December, and more jobs are still eliminating their positions. Here's the problem. I said it before, I will say it again. I will beat this like a dead horse until that dead horse turns into paste. People are not taking this seriously enough. People are sitting there thinking it's not going to happen to me. A lot of this, it's not going to happen to me, struck people with Apple when an employee or a couple employees were taken by surprise because, again, they've never seen this. And when they happened to them, they were like, how could this be? because they thought their job was safe. I said this before, I will say it again. If you sit behind a desk, your job is not safe. I don't know how more simpler I need to say it. Your job is not safe on any level. My job, unfortunately, is only going to be safe for the next few years, and so will PD. I don't see society allowing for robot cops or robot firefighters. I don't see it, but if it does, I wouldn't be surprised. We have a little more time. Handymen, they have a little more time. Though, it's seemingly Elon Musk is trying to release his humanoid robots so that they can start doing jobs like that. I don't know where that's going to go, but we still have time in that regard. A lot of you guys who are sitting behind a desk, you only have a year, maybe 2 or 3. 5 would be stretching it. But that's your timeline, a year or 2. You need to take this a lot more seriously. You need to start putting your money away, and you need to start coming up with different avenues of making money, because the job you currently have is not going to be available somewhere else, unless there are other companies out there that are refusing to hire AI or want to implement AI, don't want to implement AI, excuse me. If there's companies out there that are like that, which I'm sure there are, then yes, you could possibly find work with them. But keep in mind, you got tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people looking for work now, and they're going to take whatever they can. So unless that job requires a specific talent or requirement for that job, you're going to be shit out of luck. My son's mother, who works as a scientist, her job as it is, when the market is good, it's hard to find work for her because there needs to be certain, I guess, requirements that she doesn't meet, or she's too old to meet, or whatever it is. So she's already seen the signs of her company cheating on her. They're starting to give her deadlines they never gave her before. They're starting to act really weird. There's a lot of rumors. So she sees it coming, and she's trying to think of different avenues on where to go from here. Now, in the last few weeks, Amazon, Verizon, AT&T, Walmart, Target, Ford, UPS, Intel have all let a substantial amount of people go, and have also made announcements, like Verizon, announcing that we're going to let 13,000 employees go. And he made it sound like it was a promise on top of that. So again, guys, these people do not care. And yes, their little statements that they release with heavy heart, we don't want to shut up. They don't care. Like Amazon doesn't care. Amazon said straight out, we're letting 30,000 people go and we're replacing them with AI. Done. I'm assuming Apple, Verizon, a lot of the tech companies are going to let a lot of people go. In fact, the tech industry has laid off a lot of people because they're replacing them with AI. Other companies are having whatever other problems they're having. But again, guys, once you're replaced with AI, you're never coming back. Now, if AI severely screws up, then maybe you have a chance of coming back. But why would you want to come back to a company that discarded you like garbage because they factored in AI is going to make them more money and save them more money and be efficient, as they keep saying, and be efficient. And so why would you want to go back to a company that ultimately treated you like garbage? Guys, this is a lot more serious. They are letting people go this year. We are in December, so there's going to be a lot of layoffs this month alone. And then you got second and third wave coming next year, excuse me. I think as late as February or March, and then after the summer of 2026, they're looking to let more people go, depending on how well either AI does or how much money these companies make. Regardless, guys, your job is on the line. You need to take this seriously. You need to start putting your shekels away. You need to start saving food, water, whatever it is as well, because things are probably going to get a whole hell of a lot bad in regards to the job market. Also, guys, there is a year that we keep hearing, 2030. They want 92 million jobs gone by 2030. Now, not that they want it, but they're estimating that 92 million jobs in the United States will have disappeared by 2030. Let that sink in for a little bit, guys, because that is a number that we keep hearing in regards to wanting a complete and new society around the world. Now, keep in mind, we also have the issues of YouTube. YouTube right now, as it stands, has lost 50% of its revenue because a lot of commercials and things like that are not being played, shown businesses are not or can't afford to run commercials on YouTube. You have content creators that are losing money. Now, I didn't lose much money. I'm not like those content creators that are getting paid 10, 20, 30 grand a month. They saw 50% of their revenue lost. Some, very few, saw 90% of their revenue gone. So even guys in the social media world, if you want to go on TikTok, YouTube, OnlyFans, if that's your thing, they're seeing a cut in their revenue. So even people online are losing work, or rather losing money, because of this new society they want by 2030. Other than that, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.